Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video today. For all my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, on our journey as we continue to build and have a strong relationship with God. I pray that these videos have been a blessing to you. If this video is a blessing to you, make sure you go ahead. If you had not subscribed yet, go right ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Also, share with some of your friends, share with your family if you feel like this video is a blessing to you. It will definitely be a blessing to them as well. All right, y'all. All right, so I wanted to come on here today because I know that you have prayed to God about this certain thing for a while now, and you have been waiting patiently. You have been doing the work. You have been being obedient to Him and doing everything that He has asked of you. And He wants you to know that He is answering your prayers. Okay? So let's just rejoice in that. Rejoice in knowing that He's going to answer your prayers. Okay? All right, y'all. So I was speaking with God the other day, just meditating with Him and praying and worshiping Him. I came across Isaiah 65 verses 22 to 24. But before I read that, I just want to speak about bring up the revelation that I received during this quiet time and how much it related to what I was reading. It was like God was just downloading this into my spirit, and I felt it, and I knew that this was something that you all needed to hear too. I knew that God gave me the green light because I sat on this for a few days. Okay, He gave me the green light to share this with you all too. Okay, because I know that this is going to be of help to you, and I know that you were probably in a similar journey or something similar to me. Okay, and so that's the reason why we are connected, of course. But anyway, so it says, all this time you thought your waiting was in vain and that you didn't have enough time, or that you were too old, or it was too late for you to do such a thing or accomplish this thing. But God is going to make sure that you enjoy what you have worked so hard for. He sees you. He knows you. He is so proud of you. Okay, you have withstood the test of times. You have remained faithful to Him. You have stayed in your word. You have fasted, prayed. Okay, you have asked God to change your heart. Okay, to work on you and work in you, within you. Okay, and to make sure that wherever you go, that your light is shining bright. And God has seen all of the work that you have done, and He's so proud of you, because where you were a year ago is totally different from where you are now. And He's so happy that you are going finally, that He's so happy that you are finally going in the direction that He wants you to go. All right. So bask in that feeling, to know that God is proud of you, because that's what we want. We want Him to be proud of us for the things that we're doing. Okay. For the kingdom, to constantly lead people to Him. All right. The next thing that I wanted to do was just start off from Isaiah 65:22, because it definitely relates to the revelation that God spoke to me, which is, it says, unlike the past, invaders will not take their houses and confiscate their vineyards. For my people will live as long as trees, and my chosen ones will have time to enjoy their hard-won gains. See, He is telling you right now, you are going to be able to enjoy your hard-won gains. Like you're chosen. Okay, you are chosen, and you will live as long as trees. That's what it's saying. You will live as long as trees, and my chosen ones will have time to enjoy their hard-won gains. Okay, so don't think that, and that relates to the fact that you may feel like you're getting too old for this, or that you can't start over. Okay. But God is letting you know that you still have time. Don't feel like it's too late. Do not feel like that, okay? This is the time. The time is now, all right? And you are going to be able to enjoy what you have worked so hard for, okay? None of that was in vain, all right? None of it was in vain. Okay, and so the next thing that He spoke to me is, Well, I'll go off and I'll read the next verse, which is Isaiah 65:23. It says, they will not work in vain, and their children will not be doomed to misfortune. For they are people blessed by the Lord, and their children too will be blessed. And so God downloaded this into my spirit right after I read that verse. And it says, your hard work has paid off to a point that your children's children will be blessed. This is why God had you wait so long, because it's bigger than you. This is generational. He has answered your prayers for the perfect timing, okay? At the time where you have matured enough to embrace the blessing without going backwards, but going forward and giving God all the glory, okay? He wanted you to mature in your faith. He wanted you to continue to grow in your faith and grow in your relationship with him, okay? He wanted to, that's the reason why he has tested you as well, because he really wanted to see where you really were. Like, are you really with me? Or is this test going to make you go backwards? And because you have passed these tests, you have not went backwards. You have remained steadfast in this. You have stuck with him, and he is so happy about this. He's proud of you, okay? And because you have remained faithful, he is going to bless you. You have matured enough. You have reached a point in your life where now you are ready to receive these blessings, okay? And it's not going to just be for you. It's going to be for generations to come. It's going to be for your children's children's children to be a blessing to them, okay? And that's what we want. We want generational blessings, okay? Not generational curses. We want generational blessings, all right? And so the next verse I'm going to read is Isaiah 65:24, and it says, I will answer them before they even call to me. While they are still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers. Listen, okay? He hears you. He is already putting the work in. He already putting the work in. You thought it. He saw it. He felt your heart. He knows your heart. He knows the desires that you have. He's already been at work. He's already been putting in the work for you, for this blessing, okay? For the plan, for the will that he has for your life, okay? He has already been working on it. And even though you may feel like, wow, it's been taking so long, I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, that doesn't mean that God wasn't working in the background. He definitely was still working. And I'm praying that you were doing the work as well. The work that he spoke to you in a quiet place about, the things that he asked you to do as well, okay? Because remember, he's not the only one that's pulling the weight. He can't be the only one doing the work. You have to be doing the work too. That means being obedient to him, okay? Praying to him, going to him, reading your word, fasting, being a giver, giving love to people, being the light wherever you go, okay? So you actually have to put in the work. If there is something that he told you to do, you got to make sure you're doing that too. Okay, because that can be holding up the line. That can be holding you up from receiving that blessing, because he's been pushing you. He done told you multiple times to do this, but you still haven't done it, or you've been dragging your feet on it. All right. I don't know how I got off there, but somebody needed to hear that. You need to go out there and do what he asked you to do. Okay, go out there and do it. All right. After I read that verse, Isaiah 65 verse 24, God gave me this revelation. It says, God knows us. He knows our heart. He knows our thoughts. So before we can even go to him in prayer about it, he knows. And he is already working on it for you. He can be aligning the right people, the right connections for the perfect time when you are ready. Okay. And this is another reason why it's important that we do the work, that we are obedient to the things that he's asked of us, because it's not just about us. It's not just about the blessing that he has for you, but there's somebody else that's going to be blessing this. So if you're taking a long time to do what he asked you to do, you're holding up someone else's blessing too. Okay? God is aligning you with people. Okay? We have to remember that it's not just about us, though. We have to remember that. When we are obedient to him and we actually do what we are asked to do, we're going to help others in this, okay? We're going to be able to tell our story, okay, and give God all the glory, all right, and lead people closer to Christ because they see what he's done for you. And with your faithfulness and the fear that you have of God, the love that you have for him as well, all right? And the fact that you go to him and he is your main focus, he's your number one, that is shown to others. Other people can see that. And so another thing that he spoke is this journey is not just about you. Those that he is aligning in your life also have to be in the right posture. They also have to be ready to do whatever it is that God has called them to do for you, okay? So make sure that whatever it is that he has asked you to do, that you do those things, okay? Because he is right now, he is currently answering prayers. And I would hate for you to miss out on the prayer being answered right now because you are not mature enough to handle the big blessing that's coming, okay? So make sure that you are being obedient. Make sure that you are getting into your word. Make sure that you're doing the things that he has asked you to do. He's doing the work and you got to do the work too, all right? And so he is currently in the blessing business. He is out here blessing people, okay? He is ready to bless you. Your prayers are currently being answered, all right? And what an amazing feeling to know that all of the work that you have put in, that it was not in vain, all right? And that it's not just about you, that your children's children are going to be blessed in this, okay? He's aligning the right people for you to bless and the right people for them to bless you, okay? So remember that, all right? I pray that this video was a blessing to you. If so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you comment, share, like this video. I pray nothing but blessings on you and your family. I will see y'all on my next video. Have an amazing day.